easy go.
Alright everybody, welcome. If you decided to skip the intro and jump right into the action, you definitely missed a whole bunch of things going on. A lot of stuff that we're going to talk about here in a minute, so I'll catch y'all up as well. As always, I am your host, DokNemo, and let's jump right on into this game here. Looks like we have a little bit more text before we reach the actual storyline. So, let's get going. Looks like we weren't the first ones to get here. So, it definitely seems like there's a diabolical presence joining the world here today. And this tower seems to have been erected to reach up to Ys, as I believe. I haven't played the other two games. I'm not entirely sure the main lore behind the whole fact. I do know that this is a prequel to the very first game. It seems like we're meeting some people that we know here. And looks like we're going to be getting into our first battle sequence. So let's see how this game handles. Now, some of the intro didn't make it entirely a whole lot of sense. But I'm sure as we continue to play here at the beginning, it'll explain a lot more of what actually happened and everything going on there. The Eyes of Fact. So I'm going to go off on a limb here and say that those two floating balls are the Eyes of Fact, and we have our basic actions here. It seems to be a very straightforward, old school, almost Zelda-esque type game. And yeah, it definitely controls like one. And whoa! You've got a little bit of power to us there. Now, as I said, I did kind of jump into here and play around a little bit before I started up this series, just to get a quick look at it, see if it was something that I would enjoy playing. And it definitely is. It follows a lot of lines of Zelda, of a Metroidvania style game, but more linear. But still with the room by room basis, clearing, gathering items to get new powers. And here, after this next little bit of text, we're going to actually be let loose to take care of things ourselves. Go ahead and just let y'all read the text here. If I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video and read along. There does seem to be parts of the game that are extremely text heavy. And in most of those parts, I will just keep my mouth shut, let y'all read along. Give my little anecdotes here and there if I see something funny, or you get an aha moment, like something finally makes sense in the story. I promise this will be the only one that I generally talk over, just as it is the intro. Alright. So, it appears, if I'm looking at this right, that ball of light from the intro we saw coming down that looked like the main bad guy of this tower decided to just unleash a tentacle army to destroy was us. Seems like we came down either with these other people here, or they came down with us as well, or by themselves, I mean. And you know, the tree mentioned that the rest of our party would be along shortly, so I'm wondering if those little streaks of light that shattered out of the ball may have been the rest of our party members, and that we're going to run into them as we continue along. Like I said, I've seen the same things you are. It's my first time actually really playing the game, so I'm just as lost as you are with that. But it definitely looked like there was a nice little bit of hell being unleashed upon the world of Ys. And I hope that I'm pronouncing that right. But we've now been given a crystal that seems to purify these statues. To what end? We will be told here in just a second, but it allows us to teleport back to any of these statues, kind of like just, warp points. Which in my short little play that I did beforehand, I didn't see it entirely useful yet. But hopefully we do find a good use for it. And this I haven't used at all in my short little playthrough. I'm not entirely sure if it's something I need to use to do anything in particular, or if that's just their way of talking to me in the game, allowing me to communicate with the other members outside of the tower for story reasons. But we will definitely find out here shortly. So now that little text heavy bit is over, let's continue on into the castle or tower, I'm sorry, and start this game up properly. Now, one thing I don't entirely like is that if I hold the button down, you see nothing really happens. You've literally got to continuously tap that button, which could possibly get just a little bit hectic as we go along and the enemies start to get a little thicker. Yeah, I took some damage there. That was stupid. I played the game on normal, my first little try, so things definitely didn't stand up as much, and I'm definitely liking this a little bit better. Causes me to stay on my toes a little bit more. The game really doesn't do a whole lot of explaining when it comes down to the items the monsters drop. You actually have to go into the manual, which I'll do for us here in just a second, to actually take a good look at that and show you exactly what stuff does here in let's do it right now, actually. So we come here to the manual, and you got your equipment, your inventory, your drop items here. So you have herbs, which restore health points, fruit, which restores the energy fruit, restores my boost gauge, oxygen fruit, apparently there's underwater portions. You have battle drop, which is the red potions, increases my strength, guarding drop, my defense, and spirit drop increases the power of my magic, which will be more useful to me. And the other parts we saw as we were playing through the little intro there. So let's go ahead and continue on here. Now I will notice this. A lot of these enemies were not glowing in the first playthrough. So I'm not sure if that just is a symbol of them being harder, and I'm about to die. Maybe bumping the difficulty up to hard wasn't the best option in the world. But see if we can pick up a few items to help us out here. And grab this. What do we get? The Cerulean Fabellium. A surge of power bursts force from the artifact. The Force Shield skill. Now I did get this far. This is basically a one-hit shield for this character. You'll see the bar down at the bottom that is white currently. That's because it's fully charged. If I use this power, it causes me to be able to sustain one hit without receiving any damage whatsoever. Which is definitely seems like it's going to be much more of a needed factor in this playthrough than it was the first one. My first time through things, this really couldn't touch me, so if you're used to games like this at all, I definitely suggest playing on at least hard mode. Okay. Give him a nice little knockout. Playing on at least hard mode. Because anybody who is any well versed in games of this nature and the movement and, you know, flanking your opponents and strafing and kiting, you're definitely just going to be bored playing on normal. So let's go ahead and come on up here. I remember there's a guy down here, so let's take him out as I die. Not the best way to start the game, I guess. So let's take another crack at this. See if we can't maybe do this a little better this time. Not the best way to start off a Let's Play, but we'll be okay. That thing is strong, like ridiculously strong. This is an RPG. You will level up over time, which is definitely a welcomed factor. Which I seem to have done just a little bit there. So a few of these things seem to be falling off a little bit easier. Let's continue on through. Don't need the herb. We already have full life. Oh, it took away everything from us. I gotta do it all over again. Alright. Come on. Die already. There we go. Let's pick up this fan again and see if we can actually stay alive this time. Gonna go ahead and fast forward through all this. We've already seen it. There's definitely a huge damage curve as soon as you jump into hard mode. But being as this is considered a JRPG, that's not entirely a surprise. There we go. Now we gotta press the button again too? Yeah. No herbs. Take him out. There's an herb, I think. And another level up. Or was that? Raise these platforms up. Now, one of the other, I guess, boosts that the shield gives you is the ability to glide. Oh, a little too far. If you jump while wearing the shield, it'll allow you to stay in the air, as I'll show you right here. Skills do cancel as you move in between rooms, so just do be aware of that if you're playing, because it does take a while for that gauge to return. Ooh, coming up on me. Alright. That's a locked door. We don't got a key for that one. So let's go ahead and head over this way. Try not to die again. That was a level up. There we go. Definitely a nice little learning curve going on here. Not learning curve, but damage curve. Head up these stairs and Okay, boss? No. Alrighty then. Alright. I'm going to try to keep these episodes nice and short. This one actually went a little bit longer than I want to go. I'm trying to keep them around 10 minutes. So, we'll activate this shrine here, or this goddess statue. And I will see you all in the next episode. As always, if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button for me if you like what you saw here. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.